2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Bluff Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, great to be with you guys. Now this group will be one to watch today. Lots of chatter on social media leading up to this pairing. We have a rookie on tour who has set very specific goals for themselves, and their first one is to beat their playing partner this week.
Love it, Henny. This will make for an extra layer of excitement. It always adds a bit more drama to an event when we can follow a competition within a competition. Can't wait to see what happens in our featured group throughout this tour. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Well, I wouldn't mind hitting the shot, but I wouldn't fancy the walk up here. This is quite uphill.
This one's heading left, I think. And here we are with the third shot. How close was that to going down? You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. He's currently in a share of top spot. One of our on-course reporters, John McCarthy, has been out surveying the scene here in preparation for today's broadcast. John, what are some of the things the players will be looking out for today at Craggy Heights?
Well, Luke, I think one of the first things the players are going to be looking at is really, literally, the shapes of these fairways. They are laid out in a way that often there are little pockets of fairway that the players can hit to. And if they do end up safe, they can really open up options on their approach shots, but they're going to have to be confident in their swing to reap those rewards. Another thing to watch for are holes like the 5th, where the fairway narrows significantly the further out you hit your tee shot. There's also holes like the par 4 17th, where you can drive the green, yes, but there is a lot of danger in the form of water and sand around the green to contend with. So it's very much a risk-reward course. Can't wait to just sit back and watch how these professionals take this course on. Should be a fun week here at Craggy Heights.
This one looks like it'll safely make the green. Oh, that's a great shot. It sets up a wonderful birdie look here at the second. 6 feet remaining to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And with that, he's now broken the tie, all alone at the top of the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here at the third hole. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That's just inside the range. An opportunity for a birdie here. That's frustrating. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly. Currently a couple under for the round. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order. Good shot there, Beamer. Second shot here on the 4th. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. That was a beauty.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Why don't we catch up with the V-Man, Harold Varner III.
He's currently happens here.
And playing this one.
Went straight down.
Oh, this one's right down the pipe. Oh. Well, you've got to give some credit there. That was the right club on the right line. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. I'm pretty sure this play will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one. That's a tad disappointing, isn't it? The history of golf has been littered with some great characters. For the modern game, Harold Varner III is right up there. A really personable guy, just effervescent. And I think, Rich, the only thing we're all waiting for is that first W to come. He seems to deserve it.
I can't wait to see what happens when he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that you can't help but just like him. He is out there enjoying every single moment of being on the PGA Tour, playing against the best in the world, and he believes that he can hang with every single one of those players. It hasn't kind of shown up yet, but there's no doubt in my mind with the belief that he has in his own game, that alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour sooner than later, and I'm thinking it could happen as early as this year.
Sitting at 3 over par. Oh my, how about that for a par?
And now this is why you can never get comfortable even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Time to tee off at the 6th. Oh, absolutely flushed. Second shot here on the 6th. Well, this one's right at the pin.
What an amazing approach shot. I think their rival, Harold Varner III, has a worthy competitor this week.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. That's a tad upsetting. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Leading by a couple after that hole. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole.
Pretty good shot there.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Well, good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green. That's a super shot. That's another green in regulation.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
Wow, that's right out of the Gary Player highlight reel. Good look at a birdie here. Ouch, that hurts. There's part of about 6 feet coming up. Never mind. Just go and make the next one you stand over. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Here we find ourselves at the dramatic 8th hole at Craggy Heights, a par 3 playing 198 yards from the back tees.
Look, probably one of those picturesque par 3s on this golf course, if not the one. Obviously, coming up shy is a huge no-no with water lurking there. You're going to see most players hit it deep into the green. Anywhere in the heart of the green really is just fine. Walking off with a par here is just dandy.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, just missed. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4. Now this one looks to be heading down the runway. Playing from around 210 yards here. Currently leading by 2. This one needs to kick left. Oh, that's well played. And a chance for birdie here at the 9th.
Gotta like their chances from there.
That was a little bit too much power. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup. This for par.
Oh, so close. Well, they say a bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader. Let's see what happens here at the 10th hole. Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Setting up here from about 185 yards. Had a fantastic drive.
Outstanding shot. High quality. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
This is on a stupendous line.
And back to the course with the live action. This putt coming up is for birdie. You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done. And that will take him to 4 under. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. Wow, what a shot.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Oh, Rich loves standing on this 12th tee here, a par 5. You're always thinking birdie or perhaps better. Take us through it.
At 555 yards, Luke, there still is a decision to be made off the tee for these players. Do they challenge the fairway bunker, but also bring in the water down the right-hand side, or do they just go ahead and lay it up to the left and make it a 3-shotter? The bold players are going to knock it down to a sliver of an opening, and from there, they're going to be able to go for it. Second shot playing a little bit downhill. A little pond over on the left-hand side can be a little bit nuisance, but all in all, it's a pretty simple, straightforward par 5. Birdies are in order.
Oh, that's a tad disappointing, finding the branches there. That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Let's return to live play now. Not afraid to go deep. This putt's for 6 under par. This one's online. That was a gallant attempt. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. Well, 13, that's unlucky for some, Rich. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
By my estimation, he's got around 170 here.
Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Birdied their last hole.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. This would be a great up and down. Wow, that almost went in the hole. This is a par putt. He's currently sitting in first place. We've arrived at a par 4. That one's heading down Broadway. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 155.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Terrific shot. And a chance for birdie coming up here at the 14th.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Teeing off here at the 15th hole. Going with the 7. Now that looked pretty good the whole way.
Made birdie on the last. Looking for a second in a row here.
It was on a good line. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. That's just about 3 feet away. Ooh, just missed that one. Putting for bogey here. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
Huge tee shot there, Luke. What a display of power.
Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Here's HV3. Wow, what a save.
All over the parking lot, but a chip in for par saves the day.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Lining up the birdie putt here. Gee, he's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. And that will move him to 6 under par. Oh, don't we love a short par 4, particularly on the penultimate hole, Rich. 17 here, playing under 300 yards.
Luke, at just 283 yards, listen, if you're not going to go for this green, you better just give up your tour card. I mean, literally, this is a begging to be gone. This hole is going to show you what kind of player you truly are. Take out the 3-wooder driver, knock it on the green, make eagle, make the crowd go wild. Anything less than that? No, thank you.
Yeah, a bit long on that one. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Why don't we catch up with the V-Man, Harold Varner III?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Come on, don't be shy.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. And a chance to ice the tournament here, holding the lead, playing the last. Well, this should find the short grass. Time for the second shot on the 18th. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. And tidy looking shot, that one. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
Ladies and gentlemen, they've just won their first ever PGA Tour event. Rich, what do you think's going through their mind right now?
Nothing. They're confused about everything right now. I tell you, you win and you can't believe it just happened. You really just have no idea. You're shocked. It's a great feeling.
Well, what a memorable moment this is, Rich.
Players never forget their first ever PGA Tour win, nor will this player. Great job.
On behalf of Rich Beem and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
So it appears this player's target is to beat Rickie Fowler this week. That should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Yeah, Rickie Fowler sounds like he's up for the challenge. On social media, he's been talking about this rivalry. Is Rickie ever not up for the challenge, though? He'll smile as he's beating you, that's for sure.
Yes, likes to kill him with kindness, does our Rickie. He is a wonderful fella on and off the course. And with a renewed confidence in his game, the new father's looking to shine here. This will be a tough challenge for our rivalry. Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. Oh, almost went in.
Well, they've got their eye locked in. Look at that approach shot against Rickie Fowler as well.
Oh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. And that's an opening hole par for this player.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. Outstanding approach shot. This one's for birdie. Well, this was the conundrum, wasn't it? When the new rule came in, did they leave the flag stick in or do they take it out? I'm pretty sure they wish they would have taken it out there. Nicely holed. And for par. Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Just didn't drop. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either, but with just a short on your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt.
This is what they have left for a par.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's head to this lengthy par 4. Wow, that was just striped. Few players have had the kind of impact on the game that Rickie Fowler has, and certainly being a fan favourite, Rich. It's funny when you see grown men dressed head to toe in orange supporting this wonderful person, but I know he wants more out of his career bio than what he's got right now.
And he will definitely get it as well, Luke. He's too good of a talent, and he has too much ability to not be a great player and be on the top of the leaderboard. Definitely a few times during the season. He is definitely, if there's a Pied Piper in golf outside of Tiger Woods, I would put my thumb on Rickie Fowler, just because so many people go out there dressed in the orange gear that he has, and whatever he does, they just love it. He's engaging, he's affable, he looks like he is enjoying himself on the golf course, which I truly believe he is. He really is one of these players that's so dynamic and so fun to be around. You can't help but root for him week in and week out.
Getting ready to play their third. He's got a two-stroke buffer. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Okay, steady now. Big putt for par coming up. And that puddle drop. Well done. Now over to Rickie Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Well, that's a lovely shape shot. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. It's time to begin this par 4 hole. That's tiny. Time for the second shot here at the 7th.
Nicely done.
Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Wonderful shot. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Oh, that one's straight at the pipe. Wow, what a shot. Nicely done. Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Well, the good thing about making bogeys is it gives you a chance to bounce back at the next. 18 feet to the cup.
This for a birdie run.
Ooh. Just a 4-footer remaining. No, nothing to sweat over that one. We'll hold. And now 4 under for the day. We've arrived at a par 4 hole. Playing from around 190 yards out. Currently leading by 3. Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. Oh, well, that was the number, no doubt about that. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Now over to Rickie Fowler.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
That's a fine effort, that one. You always want to putt those ones stone dead. Here we go, Rich. In the lead, late in the championship. It's exciting.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete. That dog will hunt.
Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week.
That's nicely done. And here we are with the third shot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And they'll tap this in for birdie. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. Second shot here on the 11th.
This one is chewing fiber.
And hitting yet another green here in regulation.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. Good sounding strike, that one. A wonderful shot and a birdie opportunity coming up at the 12th. A 7-footer right here. A bit long on that one. An opportunity to make a par here. Now over to Rickie Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Leading by a whopping 7 shots after that one. Always the toughest hole in the game. A long par 4. And after that par, they're looking for something good here. That was a little untidy, wasn't it? And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
And from around 135 yards.
That might be one club too many. Oh, what a shot that was. Making the difficult look very easy. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Still in the lead now after that hole. We find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view, bailing out to the left in the bunker. Not so hot either. I'll tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flagstick.
Well, that's beautifully judged. 8 feet to the cup.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, that's frustrating. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in. Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying an 8-stroke advantage. The par 5 awaits here, but so does an opportunity to take full advantage. Good shot there. It's a fairway finder for sure. Playing this shot from around 220 yards here. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. This one looks to be on a pretty good line. That's incredible. That was close. Oh, they were so close to that rarest of birdies, an albatross. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. That one should find the surface. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. Oh, so close. Par putt coming up here. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader.
Put every ounce they had into that drive.
Well, what a wonderful shot into the 17th and sets up another putt inside birdie range.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe plate, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Well, you got to take your hat off to them, Rich. Just an outstanding performance this week.
Second win of the season. Playing awfully well at the moment. Let's see if they can keep up this good run of form.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Elving. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beem in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be following this featured group as there are rumours of quite a rivalry kicking off between these two players.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, pull it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba, every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. Sitting at 1 over for the event. The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take 1 club less into this green as it will release down the slope. That should find the surface. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
You can't make them all. Go tap it in. Okay, let's head to the next. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. The third hole at TPC Summerland is a very strong par 4 measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way. Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, balata golf balls, and blades. And I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
Well, that's well played, and a great birdie opportunity coming up here at the 4th. Ooh, right by the hole. Putting for a par here. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par.
Opportunity lost, and one they needed to take advantage of, sitting just 2 back of the lead.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The 5th at TPC Summerland is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. That's a good looking shot there. Henny, You've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup. This is their look at birdie.
The old-fashioned hammer hands. That'll ruin any putter's stats. And there it is. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 6th at TPC Summerlin is a snaking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. Quality shot, that one. Playing this shot from 120 yards. Just a couple back from our leader. Should find the green here. Left yourself an opportunity. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently in 2nd place, hoping to overtake the leader.
Okay, let's get back to the action. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
They've got this to pull ahead of Bubba. This rivalry is heating up today.
And this one is for his par. That's a good putt to make, that one. And that par ensures he'll stay right there at even par. The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie. Should find the green.
And how about that for confidence? Going right at the pin here in the midst of their rivalry with Bubba Watson. Love seeing that sort of play.
Currently 1 under for the round.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
That should find the surface. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
Get the fist pump ready. This looks like it's going in.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 22 feet from the cup. Looking for another birdie here.
That was a gallant attempt. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Currently in first position. The 9th at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt. Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game, a bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. It was on a good line. Yeah, it's just about 3 feet away. Yeah, that'll hurt. 3 putting in for par. And now to Bubba Watson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And there it goes from the sand. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Well, Rich, this is the pivotal final 9 coming up, and the players perfectly positioned. They've given themselves a chance.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. That forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
Lovely effort, that. Sitting at 1 under. Currently leading. This is looking pretty good in the air. Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. Oh, just missed. A par putt on the table. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole. Par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green. Playing this shot from around 120 yards. Currently in the lead by a shot.
This one is all over it.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt.
Little birdie look in here.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Let's take a look at the current standings. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4, 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. Handy effort, that one. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
A nice approach shot there, pin high inside the range. This putt is about 8 feet. Ouch, that hurts. And this putt coming up for his par. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you've given yourself the right number because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. Already with a couple of wins under their belt. Getting ready to play their third. He leads the field by a stroke. Ooh, that almost went down. But in for birdie. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Glancing at the scoreboard, and they're currently sitting in first place. Lexi Thompson holds second. Opting for the 9-iron. Well, this one's going right at the flag. Tell you what, they've got their rhythm going there. That's another green in reg.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The 15th at TPC Summerlin is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. Great looking shot this. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Just 3 feet to the cup. And the putt drops now at 4 under, heading down the stretch.
With just a small sliver of a lead, this could go any different direction down the stretch.
That should find the fairway. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber.
Simply amazing power on that tee shot. Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Yes, hold it.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Okay, steady now. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly. And with that hole finished, they're currently sitting in top spot on the leaderboard. Lexi Thompson holds second.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Oh, caught up in some branches. That's a little untidy. Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently in top spot.
Yeah, this is lovely.
He's found the surface. This putt to save his par. Oh, that's too bad. 4 feet to the cup.
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
Appears to have overcooked this one. Well, an untimely double by our leader, and the rest of the field's eyes have lit up. A chance to bounce back here. The 18th at TPC Sutherland is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. That was wonderfully done. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this hole location.
Nice shot that. That should find the surface. That's a lovely shot here at the 18th and a chance for birdie at the last.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
And he can win the event here if he can hold this putt. 1 Wheat Bix too many, I think. Hopefully they won't take that too badly. There's another chance here too. Well, it's fair to say that this player ran the tables this week, Rich, and came up trumps in Las Vegas. Look at your Shriners Children's Open winner.
And nobody on the PGA Tour will be shining quite as brightly as this player the rest of the evening here in Las Vegas.
And Rich, they only had a narrow margin the entire back nine, but they were able to pull out the win. That's very gutsy, isn't it?
Luke, impressive win all around. I got to say, a gutsy performance at the end of the tournament. Final 9 holes. Job well done.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Champions Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group. Now there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their playing partner.
And so this week, Henny, they're vying to beat Tony Finau. This should inspire some brilliant play.
Oh, Tony Finau will not be letting up this week, Luke. But he's such a nice guy, you almost don't want to beat him. I mean, it's tough, but you must. I don't think you're going to outdrive him, that's for sure. But iron play, well, maybe you can get him there. You have to putt well, though.
Tony Finau might be a big cuddly teddy bear, but when it comes to playing on a golf course, he's going to try and strangle you to death. Good luck trying to beat Tony Finau. There is literally no weakness in this man's game. Now he knows how to win. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. Starting the round above par today.
Not what they're looking for. A little nervy out there so far.
He's currently tied for 10th. And now let's catch up with John McCarthy for an on-course report. What can we expect from Echo Park Golf Club this week, John?
Well, Luke, one thing I can say about this after walking the course this morning, it's a long one. So distance off the tee, especially important here at Echo Park. The course starts off along the big lake. There are a few holes that hug the edge of this lake, not unlike Bay Hill, but here you get hit with it right off the start. And when you get away from the water, you get hit with the sand on the 6th. There is a thin corridor of fairway that leads to the green that weaves its way through. I think there's 5-6 bunkers leading up to and surrounding the 6th green. And from there on out, the players are going to be on the watch for the sand because it's sneaky and it's hard to avoid in certain situations. It's going to be an exciting time here, I think, this week at Echo Park.
Well, that'll play, and that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. What an opportunity to make a birdie. That's frustrating. Good chance this one, right on 6 feet.
Nice little par putt here.
There it is. Currently at +1 for the tournament. Teeing off here at the 3rd hole. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. Come on, you're better than that. Well, this is some lovely momentum to take into the tournament, coming off a last start win, Rich.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the players firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
That's inside the House of Opportunity. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
And with that lovely play, they're now ahead of their rival. It's getting serious, isn't it? And with that now, back to level par.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. Golf became a power game, and there's few players out on tour that have more prodigious power than Tony Finau. If he really wants to go full tilt, Rich, it feels like everyone's playing for second.
He is a dynamic player that has the ability to make birdies in bunches. The ball striking, I think, is always going to be brilliant. Watching him when he was on the Korn Ferry Tour, graduated to the PGA Tour, and just keep watching this steady progression. Each and every week, he just seems to get a little bit better, and the confidence level is over the moon with this kid. And to bundle it all up, Luke, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. You want to root for a Tony Finau. He is such a likable, lovable guy, I believe, that you can't help but root for him. And the wins that he didn't get are just heartbreaking, and we felt the pain alongside with him. I love watching this guy play. I root for him every single week.
I don't know if they meant to do that.
That should set up another chance. An opportunity here to move into a tie for first. Go to your home ball. Go to your home. Well, nice to drop a putt of that length. Well done. And that will take him to 2 under. And let's have another look at that one.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
And now over to Tony Finau.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that.
Oh, what a shot from the bunker. Okay, time to return to the action. And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
Oh, so close. A par putt awaits. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Here we have a par 5. Is it time to get after it or play it safe? Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
Was that a rush of blood? Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
He's got this for his par.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. We've reached the 8th hole. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle.
And this one needs to kick left and kick left hard.
But not a bad approach. He'll be putting.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
This putt will move them to 3 under par. Ooh, right by the hole. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Ooh, that looks like a pure stroke. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Time to face a par 4. Oh, that is crushed. This shot from around 210 yards.
Back into the wind. They need to flight this one down.
Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? A chance to get to 3 under with this putt. It was on a good line. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Teeing off now on the 10th hole. That's a big drive. Henny, how's that ball lying?
Oh, they got so unlucky here, just off the fairway, but not sitting nicely.
Well struck. A couple under at this stage. Currently in the lead. Yeah, that one's looking good.
The perfect wind swing. Nice and easy.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. Oh, that's a nice line. A bit too much pace on that one. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400 plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. And here we are with their 4th. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The 11th at Echo Park is a par 4 stretching at 430 from the back tees.
Just a slight bit uphill off the tee shot. Find a spot at that far bunker, Luke, that you want to aim at and go ahead and turn it loose. From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course to a green, clover-like in appearance, but I gotta say, this is really one of the coolest holes on the golf course. I love it.
Playing within their comfort zone there.
There's a long way, but I tell you what, I've seen it happen before, so there's a chance.
Playing their 4th shot. Currently leading by 2. Oh, I thought that one was going in. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one. And unfortunately dropping back to even par there. Let's see what happens here at the 12th. Not a bad approach.
Make the birdie, though.
Ooh. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Putting for par. Checking the scoreboard now. This player is currently sitting in a tie for the lead with Tiger Woods. Well, the 13th hole here at Echo Park Golf Club is not as kind. A big hole at 504 from the tips.
Well, thankfully, it's slightly downhill off the tee, but yes, avoid those bunkers down the right-hand side, and of course, that meandering brook that is a feature of this golf course. Big hitters can actually take it over everything down that right-hand side, but that's for the brave few. Second shot, downhill slightly to a massive green. Just some big bunkers on the left-hand side, but plenty of bailout room over to the right.
And here we are with the third shot. He's currently tied for the lead. How close was that to going down? Straight out of the top draw.
Judging it beautifully.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And this putt to move into the top 20. That's disappointing. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Let's see what happens here at the 14th. Even for the day. Currently tied for first place. Going with the pitching wedge here. That's some good golf right there. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Oh, just missed. And well hold. Let's move on. So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. Time to hit a good one here at the 15th.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
And from the bunker here. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Setting up to play the shot here from the greenside rough. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Ooh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot.
Great touch.
Well, what about that, Rich? A great display of resilience.
In the bunker with their tee shot, and that is a very good save.
Teeing off here on the 16th hole. This is the all-important stretch. Time to make your move. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
Would need to make a long putt to secure a birdie.
And the player's left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
Looked like they hinged in that stroke. Now, this would be a timely one to hole. Let's make this putt.
This is what they have left for par here.
It's just about 3 feet away. And down it goes. Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot. Currently on top of this one. Now at the 17th hole. It's like they got all of that one. That's on a good line. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
That was special. And back to the play, shall we? Playing from around 150 yards here. Only 2 shots off the pace. Going with the 9-iron, I think. This one might need to set. Attaboy, good shot. And this putt to move them into a tie for second.
And if he should make it, tied going into the final hole.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Solid par putt, that. He's in a share of 3rd place. And as this player begins their final hole, they're 2 shots off the lead. Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. Second shot here on the 18th hole. Getting ready to play their 3rd. 2 strokes off the lead. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Nicely done. And this putt for a final score of 72.
Surely it's going to.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Oh, I don't mind this par putt. And that'll wrap things up for him here at this tournament. Well, Rich, after coming so close to going back-to-back, you just wonder the way they finished. Maybe the occasion just got a little bit too much for them.
I'm very impressed with how this player battled, trying to get that back-to-back win, coming up a little bit shy. Nothing to hang your head about.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beem, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Falcon Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beem in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group. Now there is a sense of maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man, a young man of the future. And, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident. And as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds wringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting. And here we are with the third shot. Big pass over coming up for this fella. Good putt that. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently in 4th place. Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And now striding onto the tee of this par 3 hole. Opting for the 5-wood.
4 right.
Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Let's return to live play now. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Didn't that look good for a long time? Putting for a par now. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. Love the long holes. Welcome to the par 5. That's not the one he wanted. Henny, what does that lie look like?
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
Well, that was a good strike. Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
Watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour and essentially bypassing all of that fairly immediately with the 3 wins and getting onto the PGA Tour and having such a profound effect when he was out there really is quite astonishing. Without getting the win, but seemingly in contention each and every week out there, you feel the sky is the limit for what's going to happen with this young man. He is so disciplined in what he does in a round of golf. He's got a great mind in the way that he approaches the game and how he advances the golf ball to point A to point B to point. He sees this golf course 3 shots in advance. It's just kind of like it's right there in front of him. He reminds me of an old school pool player who he's already made all the shots. Now he just has to go ahead and just sink the next one because he set himself up perfectly for the next one. It's impressive.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Getting ready to play their third. Just 2 shots behind. Ooh, that almost went down. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. Just 2 shots back after that hole. This hole is a par 4. Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
He's looking at perhaps 175, I'd say.
Well, that's a handy shot. What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup, and this putt to draw even with Will Zalatoris.
That'll sting a bit. This is a par putt. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4. Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
You like that, didn't you?
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Well, he's behind, just in second place, looking to leapfrog.
Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt. Bit too heavy-handed there. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd. Just didn't drop.
A bogey putt awaits.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. We have a par 3 on this one. Not sure if that's what they're intending to do. Second shot here on the 8th. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Sitting at 1 over for the day. Second shot here on the 9th. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Always like the aggressive play, going forward in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade.
I mean, you've got to expect this kind of stuff when you start up a rivalry with a tour player. This is what they do.
Ouch, that hurts. And this putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. Well, Rich, as we make the turn to the back 9, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, Luke, I've been enjoying this pair of rivals we are following today. The two of them are pretty even for the event so far. Very interested to see who will come out of this with the bragging rights.
Oh, well done. Time for the second shot at the 10th. Well, it's fair to say that fortune favours the brave, Rich.
Yes, it does. And being just one shot back, things are getting interesting.
And this putt to move into second place.
This one's tracking.
That was a gallant attempt. This putt is for a share of second. And stepping up the standings after that effort. Welcome to the tee of a par 4. Even for the day. Tied for second place. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. And that's for birdie. Well holed. And that will take him to 1 under.
Here's Will Zalatoris.
Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
Saving one there after being all over the parking lot, chipping in for the par.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
Come on, get down.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Okay, steady now. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Just a 4-footer remaining.
This for par.
Just 1 off the lead after that hole. It's time to take a look at this 13th hole. Bit untidy, wasn't it? Going with the pitching wedge here.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
And he's hit that inside the range.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Firm, back, up the hill. This will be a good one.
No, that's too bad. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Looking at a par 5 here. That's heading into the rough, I think. Time for the second shot at the 14th. Opting for the 3-wood. Oh, that's a great approach shot.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Putting for eagle here. Was on a good line. That's just about 3 feet away. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. He's currently tied for first. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole. Choosing the 9-iron here. That's a great shot here at the 15th. It sets up a look for birdie.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Ooh. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And the putt drops. Now 2 under, heading down the stretch.
Ooh, this is getting fun, isn't it?
Setting up now on a par 4.
Yeah, that's just not going to work for him.
Time for the second shot at the 16th. That's a smart option. Back into the fairway. And here we are with the third shot.
He shares top spot.
Great shot.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, that's lovely weight. Getting it right up by the hole. Excellent job. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet. An important par save.
That's well holed. Currently a couple under for the event. Next up is this two-shot hole.
Standing on this par 4 and leading. What's the strategy? What's going on through their mind? Attack it or lay back?
Well played, mate. Second shot here on the 17th hole. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that will take him to 3 under.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
How close was that to going down? So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Well, this is when the adrenaline really starts to kick in. Leading the tournament with the final hole to play. Good luck.
Oh, just absolutely abused the golf ball there with that shot.
Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
Man, people usually don't go that far on vacation. What a drive.
Ooh, what a time to chip one in here to win the event. Oh, so close, Rich. That chip almost went down for them. Well, I didn't see it coming, Rich, but this one's going to a playoff. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got extra holes coming your way.
Oh, everybody loves a playoff, Luke. I'm excited about this.
Well, let's begin this sudden death playoff for the championship.
Oh, such an exciting day, Luke. Let's get into it.
Wow, that was just striped. Well, it seems obvious. They really need to stick this one close if they want to have a chance.
They have to expect their opponent to make that putt, Luke, so you have to take a chance and get it close.
That could play.
Yeah, that was a safe play.
This truly is do or die. They need this to extend the playoff.
Oh, just missed. Well, notch another one on the belt, Rich. A spectacular victory to Tiger Woods, and he did it in a playoff.
Again, time after time, Luke, we've seen this so many different times from Tiger Woods. A great win by Tiger Woods. Congratulations to him.
Well, thank you, sports fans. Hope you enjoyed all the coverage of our playoff finale. And from myself and all the dedicated people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.